All right, everyone. So we got an update in Gears of War Reloaded. It came on September 3rd, which is why we're getting this video out quick. We're actually going to upload tomorrow a video of me playing with the update to kind of get my thoughts and if there's any major changes. But here it is from the official Gears of War X account. Thank you for playing Reloaded and sharing your feedback. We've made a couple of updates you'll see starting today. Nasher weapon tuning. Based on community feedback, we've tuned the Nasher. Reduce power at mid range, damage modifications, medium range damage reduced by 15%, does not affect close range damage. Bullet spread not as tight when aiming down sights. The shotgun pellet spread when aiming down sights is now less tight when targeting compared to the launch version, but it is still tighter than the beta. So remember, we did that big video looking at what people thought, uh, what major change people wanted to see, and this was the big one, right? The shotgun, people were not happy with it. They weren't happy with the one hit downs. They weren't happy with kind of the distance that it had. So they're trying to fix it a little bit. And clearly, they had some feedback on the shotgun in the beta that they felt, okay, we needed to make this stronger. Now they feel they might have gone too far, which is why they're bringing it back to life. So this is why I'm going to play through this update and kind of see what it's like. Now, I will say that the question becomes, was this problem actually these things, right? Was it the mid range power, or is it people that were just not happy with kind of the inconsistencies of when you go down or when not? Because, that's one of the things. But overall, I think this is good news that they're listening and they're saying, look, we're going to change a lot of what's going on with the shotgun and they're going to keep fine tuning it, which is really what they want to do because we need this to be at peak performance for when Gears of War 2 ends up, being remastered. And of course, Gears of War E Day, right? And they want to be able to judge what people want in these games. Okay. Crash and stability improvements. Several rare crashes and bugs have been fixed across all platforms, making your experience smoother. So this is weird because we're not getting a lot of information on this, at least from the tweet that they put out. And obviously, this is the big problem here, from what I understand, is on Steam, right? I've been playing on my Xbox. I haven't had crashing problems or really any of those issues, but people said, yeah, we had this problem on Steam. And it was the reason that there were some review problems. People were not reviewing the game highly. So hopefully that's fixed. Like that just has to be fixed. The inability, especially on a computer, because, one of the things about PC gaming, which I do have a PC that I game on, is that it is really a great experience. And I tell people all the time, if you can get a cool PC and play on it, part of the issue becomes stuff like this, where there's just sometimes games that it's tough to get them running on, on these computers properly, regardless of if you have the best computer out there. What they did with Gears of War clearly was not up to par in terms of its crashing. And if it's unplayable, then that's a major issue, right? If you can't play the darn game, then that's a problem. So hopefully this fixes that. Then the final performance and visuals, ultra wide 21 to 9 monitor support and benchmark mode, support for variable refresh rate on Xbox Series X in campaign modes. And that's way above my pay grade. Don't know a whole lot about that, but the big thing here is obviously hopefully they fix the Steam problems, but on top of that, the problems with the shotgun, people were not happy with it. And this should be, knock on wood, right? Knock on wood. This should be a good fix that hopefully gets people excited and a more positive view of the game, because this is one of the most frustrating things about Gears is you just have these instances when you're going one on one with somebody with the shotgun. Sometimes you're just like, how the hell did that down me? And this has been the case even in the best Gears, like Gears of War 2 and others. And so I understand why there's a level of frustration. Now, some of that is just how the game is, right? And it's actually not a negative part of it. It's just how the game is. But there are instances where, you just get a little bit frustrated when, you get downed from what feels like a pretty far distance in one hit. It's just like, what the hell was that? And you feel like you hit the guy 3 or 4 times. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.